Have you ever thought to yourself that your Facebook ad results are too good to be true? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you why that may be the case. Not yet, but after this video, if you found it helpful, be sure to like and subscribe. Okay, so when you log in your Facebook ad account and you see these outrageous results, a 8, 10 plus X ROI, and you compare that to your Google ads and you're not seeing as good of a return, there may be a reason why Facebook is showing it so high. And it all has to do with attribution. Now, attribution is not a sexy topic to talk about, but when it comes to your ad performance, it's very important to understand. So by default, what Facebook ads has is 28-day click, 1-day view. Now, what in the heck does this mean? Well, when someone comes to your ad and they click the ad, go to your website and purchase in a 28-day period, you are going to get credit for a goal, which is perfectly fine. They click your ad, maybe they don't buy right then and there, but a couple weeks down the road, they see you somewhere else and they think, oh yeah, I really like this site, go back and purchase and make the purchase. Well, Facebook deserves a lot of credit for that because they first introduced you to that particular product and certainly contributed to that sale. The second part, 1-day view, is where things get a little bit sketchy. So 1-day view means that someone sees your ad on Facebook, they don't click it anywhere, they just thumb right past it, maybe glance at it for a second, but then within 24 hours, make a purchase. In this case, they would still get credit for that exact same goal. So you had an ad on Facebook, they didn't even click it, but then they purchased later and they are getting credit for that sale. So when does this happen? Well, it happens a lot with remarketing ads. So people have already been to the site before, they're already familiar with you, they see your ad on Facebook, they don't click it, but a few hours later they think, oh, I definitely am going to buy it, and then they finally get around to it. The real question becomes, did Facebook deserve any credit for that sale? I mean, yes, they were in Facebook, they saw your brand again, and maybe that reminded them to go back a few hours later and purchase. It's up for debate whether they deserve credit for that or not. But just know that this is happening by default on Facebook, is that Facebook is taking credit for the sale even if they may not have even clicked the ad. Now with remarketing, obviously, if someone has seen your website before, they see an ad on Facebook and then they click and then they purchase, that makes total sense. They deserve credit for that goal, but there is that instance where they may not ever click a Facebook ad but still get attributed a purchase just because it was in your newsfeed. Now, when we compare that to Google, particularly Google search, there is an attribution where you can set the time frame. So by default, Facebook does 28 days. I think Google maybe is 30 days by default, but you can set it to, I believe, 90 days, where someone does a search, click the ad, and then make a purchase. So that totally makes sense. They deserve credit for that. With Google, the only time they also have this view attribution, but it really only comes into play with their display network. So could be on YouTube, could be on those banner ads that follow you around everywhere. The exact same thing that Facebook is doing, Google also does, but it's really just on the display network. As far as the Google search results, where you may be spending a lot of your money on Google, where someone's typing in a keyword and clicking an ad at the top, that is really just click attribution. So that is why when you're comparing your Facebook results to your Google results and you're seeing Facebook have astronomically higher results, it may be because of this attribution. Now, how can you check this for yourself? Well, if you actually go into Facebook and drill down into columns, you can select the 28-day and 1-day view and hit apply, and then it'll show the breakdown of how many ads were people that actually clicked on your ad and how many people just viewed it and never clicked. And sometimes this number can be startling. You can often see an overwhelming majority of the purchases that Facebook is taking credit for is people that never even clicked on your ad. So that's something to monitor as you are deciding where to spend most of your budget. Is Facebook actually driving clicks to the website and making purchases? Or is it just people thumbing through their feed and just happen to glance right by your ad? So I hope this video has been helpful in helping you understand why Facebook may be doing so well and whether that is the case. And I'll pose the question to you in the comments, write yes or no if you knew that Facebook did attribution this way and whether you think you deserve credit for those 1-day views. And if you did find this video useful, I've got lots of new videos coming, so be sure to like and subscribe now. And if you have any questions, please let me know.